In the isolated village of Rumira Sondamayo, deep in the Sacred Valley, the women of the community are gathering to meet for their monthly workshop. Threads of Peru is a sustainable development project aimed at training and promoting traditional weaving skills. Ariana Svenson has been based in Peru for 8 years and started the project in order to fulfill her aim of bringing back an important tradition that had previously been forgotten.
Threads of Peru started about 4 years ago, and the initial project started with a rescue of traditional weaving traditions. If you look at the women here today, they wear as their daily dress a very intricate weaving around their shoulders. Their skirts are hand woven. So I personally, with a couple of other associates, would spend a lot of time trekking here in the mountains, and we went, wow, this is a really amazing tradition. And that kind of coincided with thinking, the women have no income and they are totally reliant on their husbands, so what can we do to try and empower them a little bit, give them access to their own form of income? And so the idea of rescuing their traditional weaving traditions and then selling the weavings on an international market is how the project came about. Because we come from a Western world where a lot of traditions have been lost. And so we as Westerners come here and we go, wow, you live a life that is like the life of the Incas. You weave like in a similar manner to the Incas. And that the grandmothers still have those skills, but the younger women didn't. So they might be wrong, but I don't think they think it's particularly important to save their tradition. We think it's important to save their tradition. What they think is important is that foreigners like organic, natural weavings that were dyed by natural plants. That really appeals to us in the green eco world, and so they are quite happy to take our advice and say, yeah, okay, if you tell me that I go back to my old ancestors' ways, and I'm going to earn money if I'm doing it, that's great, I'll do it. Oveja. So this is alpaca.
Yeah.
And you can feel how soft and smooth it is. Oh, and then she, oh no, ¿qué pasó?
Oveja.
Oveja. Okay, so that's sheep. Oh. And so that's why I was going to say alpaca, and they're going, no, it's sheep. So she'd already done some sheep on it.
Oh, now this is now alpaca.
Yeah. So you can see it's a very, how they do it with their fingers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ariana is involved heavily in educating the women in how to utilise the natural products that are available to them in their community, such as the use of specific plants to create a range of dyes. Ariana is accompanied by a master weaver called Daniel Sonko, who directly teaches the women traditional methods of weaving.
Yo conversé con la señora Ariana, en lo cual ella es mi jefa. Hacemos las coordinaciones y siempre me dijo que tenemos el objetivo de lograr un objetivo bueno, ayudar a generar más ingresos económicos y mejorar la calidad de vida de ella. Interesante, este trabajo lo que les está ejecutando el proyecto está muy bueno. No hay ninguna institución gubernamental que preocupa de las señoras campesinas, artesanas de las zonas andinas. La única institución que estoy viendo, y siempre yo veo una institución, un ONG no gubernamental, busca el beneficio, busca lograr el apoyo, obtener un beneficio bueno de los campesinos, de los artesanos del campo.
The floods in February 2010 directly affected the price of the cochineal bug, an ingredient that creates a wide range of dye colours. A 300% rise in the price triggered a need for financial contribution to maintain the quality of the weavings. This is one problem alleviated by LATA's donations.
What they've helped with this year was helping funding the dyeing workshops, and that was principally helping pay for the cochineal, and then also in providing materials for the weavers, and so that's things that help the weavers to make their weavings consistent so that they can meet an international market. So that's things like measuring tapes, squares, L square shaped things. They've got marking pens, needles, synthetic cottons that they use to set up their looms, scissors, some really basic items. And again, this might sound just really simple, but it's really important to have your measuring tape out so that if you were doing a 20 centimetre wide scarf, that every 2 or 3 inches you go 20 centimetres, 2 or 3 inches you do 20 centimetres, and it's actually straight. And you guys were looking at some like nice straight weavings before. Before it wasn't like that. So there's a direct benefit from what LATA's given.
Threads of Peru continue to hold workshops in 2 other villages in the Sacred Valley, and with continuing support and donations, traditional weaving could soon become a permanent attraction across this beautiful landscape.